Hello everyone and welcome in. So the message we are channeling today will be a Mercury retrograde reading for the sign of Sagittarius. In this message, we are going to look into something that's being avoided at this time, what will help you to transmute this energy, what will come if this change is made. If you want to skip straight through to the message, there will be a timestamp below in the description box. For rules on how to receive messages here on YouTube, check the description box below as well, guys. Especially if you're confused, I've laid it all out down there. For your full tarot scope, for extra messages from spirit guides, archangels, check other placements in your chart. Moon, rising, Venus. Venus is the planet for love, relationships. A lot of times your rising or ascending sign is going to resonate more so than your sun. So be sure to check other placements, guys. It's important. Now, before we jump into the energy, I'm going to clear the space. I'm going to set the intention. During this time, I invite you to clear your own thoughts, set your own intentions by thinking of the person or asking a specific question you have on your mind. So let's dive in. Spirit, guides, Archangel Uriel, Raphael, and Michael, I call upon you. Thank you for allowing the opportunity, clairvoyance, and insight to channel these messages. Please allow a clear message to come through to those who need it. Please protect me, the seeker, and the space from any negative energies. Thank you again, Spirit, guides, archangels. Amen. All right, Sagittarius, let's dive right in and see what we can see, what is being avoided through this retrograde, and how to transmute the energy. If you find the messages helpful, resonating with your situation, please give it a thumbs up. Also, guys, if you like the vibe, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's welcome, and it does help to set intentions for future messages. So, crapola. See what we have, Sagittarius. So we're going to reshuffle the deck because these fell out pretty quickly, but this is just a side message. And I want to point this out because we have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. You've seen me shuffling, guys. There's no way that these cards were next to each other without them falling into place. Now, the Seven of Staffs tells me that one of you is guarded. Whether this is you, whether this is person, somebody's guarded to bringing this connection together. There's some sacrifices that need to be made here, and this could be you, this could be your person, maybe this is a little bit of both of you in order to bring this wall down. Most important message here for Sagittarius Spirit. What do my Sagittarian friends need to know for this retrograde? Please and thank you. Judgment. So what's being avoided here, the star energy, avoiding healing. Okay, the star is also associated with the strength energy. This card talks about healing. It talks about balance, stability, okay, inner peace. See how this plays out, and we're going to clarify all of this here in a minute. What this is separating you from is being able to release something from the past. Now, how is this impacting you, Sagittarius? This healing process isn't going to be avoided for much longer. I do feel like you are on the right path. You are going to feel very rewarded once the shift is made, but it's like the star is associated with the strength energy. So it's like accepting the position that you're in. It's not good or bad. It just is, in order to be able to move forward in a positive direction. Okay. And there we have the strength card. Acceptance is the key. I definitely feel here, Sagittarius. I also want to point out of a 6-card spread, we have 4 of those cards as major arcana. Okay, so this is a major shift, a major change that you're going through. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Okay? Something here from your past that you're holding on to with the 5 of Coins. I definitely feel like this has to do with family. It's like a family conflict, or feeling left, feeling abandoned, feeling neglected. Okay, and a lot of times this will stem from like childhood, a childhood experience, or our very first relationship. And then everything after that is on repeat. I definitely feel this is something that you're coming to terms with. It's like you are already on the path of accepting this. Some of you may actually be in therapy or have somebody that's helping you through this process, but you're coming to the realization that this needs to change. Ace of Swords, clarifying the star. Let's get one more card out here. It's like you're already seeing this for what it truly is. You know that you may not know exactly what needs to change, but you'd know that something isn't working. Now here's a little life hack when it comes to transmuting this childhood trauma, childhood challenges. Because when we're children, we go through this process of thinking that everything is because of us. Like, this happened because of something I did, or my parents did this because of something within me. And there's this whole process that even as adults, if we know that wasn't the case, we still have to dig deep down inside of ourselves and hug that inner child and console that inner child. Make that inner child feel safe, feel secure, feel heard. How do we do that? One thing that I recommend for my clients, my friends, my family members, my viewers on my channel, all of those little ideas that you had when you were a child that your parents told you not to do. Okay, so example, the certain type of bed, like if you wanted a canopy bed, or you wanted a day bed, or you had a vision for what you wanted your bedroom to be like when you were younger, play that out in real life right now in real time. Another example. Let's say your parents wouldn't allow you to color on the walls. You enjoyed coloring on the walls because it was a big, wide, open, white space. It was perfect for a canvas. But your parents wouldn't let you color on the wall. Go get a big, huge canvas and paint. Get creative with it. Maybe hang it on a wall so you can feel like you're painting on the wall. Maybe even paint a wall, especially if you own your own house. Why not? What's holding you back? What's stopping you? Console that inner child. Let that inner child feel heard, and you're going to start growing internally as well. Okay? Now, 5 of Coins. What this is separating you from letting this go. And honestly, when this 5 of Pentacles, this 5 of Pentacles is like the 5 of Cups hardened over. Okay? It's like the 5 holding on to resentment for so long, it's turned into this. It's turned into this, feeling a loss, looking at everything like what's gone wrong, or what have I done to... It's almost like having the outlook as I ruin everything. I ruin moments. I'm not going to lie, guys. Me personally, I had that thinking, that mentality, because growing up, being in relationships, everybody always told me I ruined moments. I had to come to terms with that. That was other people's opinions. That was other people's thinking. I, Nina, don't ruin moments. I just have a tendency to be outspoken sometimes, and people can take that abrasively. Or I have a tendency to get loud when it's maybe too much for other people, get overly excited, overly stimulated. That can ruin moments in the moment, I guess. But looking at it in that aspect, that context, it's like allowing other people's opinions to determine my outlook on myself. And I feel like that's what's coming out here, Sagittarius, is there's something here that you're kind of holding on to. Like, my parents left, or my parents got divorced, or my parents weren't there for me in a time of need. It's really feeling like you're alone, like nobody has your back. Let's clarify the Five of Coins here for Sagittarius's energy. You see, Sagittarius, you don't even feel like you're yourself anymore. You're detached emotionally. Maybe feel like things are amiss. Feel like, how can I get back to this childhood feeling of just being happy, just going with the flow and doing things I love? You want to know how? You have to console that inner child. That's like the biggest message coming out here. Now, what I will say, Sagittarius, is you are already on the path to healing, okay? You are already on the path to consoling that inner child. Look up shadow work, okay? Because here's the thing. If you go to a therapist, they're going to tell you to journal it out. They're going to tell you to write a timeline, and they're going to want to talk about it and ask you how you feel through this process and yada, yada, yada. The life hack is consoling that inner child, doing the things that that inner child wants to do. And it's not to the extent of like, we're going to quit our job and go to Disneyland, or we're going to quit our job and work at Disneyland. No. That's not what I mean by any means. Use your discernment, but it's okay to do those little things like the art project on the wall, or having your bedroom the exact perfect way that you want it, even if it's eccentric. Have a section of your house that you decorate where it's your space. It's just exactly how you prefer. Start there. And then move into bigger things, like going to places that you dreamed to vacation at when you were younger. Or, for instance, I had never went to Disneyland. My mom couldn't afford to take me to Disneyland when I was little. In 2016, I put the money together to afford to take my entire family to Disneyland. I took my mom, my brother, my sister, my kids, my sister's kids, my brother's kid. And we all went down to Disneyland and had fun, and it was a blast. And I'm glad I did that, because even though at that time I wasn't in the mindset of consoling that inner child, that's definitely what was going on there. I was living out a childhood dream. So if you always wanted to go to the circus and you never was able to, or wanted to go to the fair, or wanted to go to the roller skating rink, do that then. Don't hesitate. I definitely feel here Six of Staffs, Hierophant, the strength energy. You are on the right path here, Sagittarius. You will have everything come together exactly as it needs to. And you want to know what else? With the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, and the Temperance energy, the more patience you have with yourself through this process, the quicker things are going to speed up. Here's the thing, guys. We knew exactly what we wanted when we were children. It was just the adults that told us, no, that's not real. That's not right. You can't do that. That's too expensive. You see what I mean? What if those implications weren't put into your mind when you were younger? Would you do that thing, ride that ride, take that trip? Definitely feel here, Sagittarius, this shadow work is going to unbind you. It's also going to open up doors that you never expected, but you have to start first by healing. And you don't have to go through every traumatic experience and Write out the feelings and do all the practical work. The life hack is consoling that inner child, guys. That's the life hack to therapy, I promise you. I've gone through so many years of therapy. I literally could, that's where I get all this information from. I've gone through years of therapy. I probably could easily get a therapist degree. In fact, my minor for my accounting degree was psychology. What I'm saying here, Sagittarius, is the life hack to all of that. Consoling that inner child. Okay? So take some time and ponder. Take some time and ponder this. I do feel like this may be a little bit overwhelming. So for those of you that this is resonating, don't be afraid to take some time, absorb, come back and revisit the message. There are a lot of things that you're letting go of that are moving out of your life on purpose. Trust the process here, guys. Whenever we have a difficult ending, such as this Ten of Swords, whenever we have an experience where we feel like we are forced to let something go because of how much betrayal we've gone through with this particular person, know that whenever we're experiencing a loss, it's really our higher power protecting us from something that could go awry. Trust the process here, Sagittarius, okay? So, Sagittarius, your lighted pathway oracle message coming out for your reading, be considerate. You might be missing out on something. Go through your plan again, give it a check, and make sure things are working perfectly. So double check, double take, pay attention. Signs, synchronicities. Then we have boundaries. Set boundaries. This probably protects you from absorbing too much into unnecessary energies and preserve your true state of mind. Set boundaries. Give yourself time to heal. The feeling of burnt out leaves you being drained. Just one more little thing is too much for you now. Rest. Take a few moments off from the chaos to restore your energy. Decide. Overanalyzing options steals you away from the present moment. You have the power to decide today, here and now. What will you gain? What you will gain is clarity and new chances. Beautiful, beautiful. Sagittarius, I feel like that's a good solid message coming out for you guys. This was a very straightforward reading, so I hope it helped somebody out there. It's definitely life hack to shadow work for sure. It's just really consoling that inner child and letting her or him feel heard, feel seen, feel wanted, feel protected. Sagittarius, thank you guys again for all the love and the support, and I look forward to reading your cards again soon. Namaste.